Very good morning, students. Today, as I told you last time that on next online English class, I'll teach you. I'll explain some of the important paragraph of this chapter. So let's begin the first chapter. Dr. Sadao. Dr. Sadao Hoke's house was built on a spot of the Japanese coast where as a little boy, he had often played. The low square stone house was set upon rocks. Well, above a narrow beach that was outlined with bent pines as a boy, Sadao had slimmed the pines, supporting himself on his bare feet, as he had seen men do in the South Seas when they climbed for coconuts. His father had taken him often to the islands of those seas, and never had he failed to say to the little brave boys to his at his side, those islands those islands yonder, they are the stepping stones to the future of for Japan. Now, here, where shall we step from them? Sadao had asked seriously. Who knows? His father had answered. Who can limit our future? It depends on what we make it. So, this is the first paragraph of this story, and very interesting because in the beginning, the writer he has tried to picturize his childhood days when he used to go to beaches with his father. So here the introduction, the main character of the story, Dr. Sadao Hoki. Dr. Sadao's house was situated on the coast of Japan. He had been living there since his childhood. The house had a low height and was made of stone. It was set upon the rocky beach, which had a boundary line made with pine trees that were tiled towards one side. When Dr. Sadao was a child, he would climb up the pine trees. On his visit to the South Seas, he would see men do so in order to get coconuts from the trees. He would accompany his father to the islands of the South Seas often. His father would point towards the islands and would say that those were the stepping stones towards the future of Japan. Dr. Sadao would question, and he wanted answer that all his questions. And what was his question? He would ask his father that and he would point out towards the islands and would say that those were the stepping stones towards the future of Japan. Dr. Sadao would question him childishly that where would they reach from those islands. His father would reply that it was not known as it depends on the future. The future had no limits. It depends on mankind how it shaped its future. That is true that our future is in our hand. Nobody can tell us that what is going to happen in coming time, but only our deeds, our work, that how much we are devoted towards the things which can make our future bright. It depends on that how we will be in our coming time or in our near future. Now next is Sadao had taken this into his mind as he did everything his father said. So this boy was very we can see, if you'll read this paragraph, so you will see that the boy was very obedient. Whatever his father told him, he did everything, and he retained all the things that his father would tell him as a child. His father never played or joked with him. His father was quite strict, and he was very we can say, he present himself as an idle person before his son. So he never played and he never joked with him. They shared a mature relation, and his father underwent a lot of hardships to bring him up. Sadao knew at this that his father was concerned about his education. As he said that his father, who was his only son, Sadao knew that his education was his father's chief concern. Chief concern means he used to give the first priority to his education. He wanted that his son should be well educated and well mannered, and he should understand the value of life. So, after a lot of hardship, he tried to bring his level up, and Saddam knew it very well that his father was concerned about his education. He was sent to America at the age of 22 to study surgery and medicine. He returned at the age of 30. Before dying, Sadao's father saw Sadao became a famous, or not only famous, but as a surgeon, and who was working there as a scientist. Sadao was on his way to discover a treatment for wounds which would make them absolutely clean. So he was not sent abroad with the armed forces as a doctor. Also, he was retained in Japan because the old German general was suffering from an ailment which needed to be operated upon in case of an emergency. So he was very good doctor, and how he put himself in that temptation when he finds a soldier from another camp, from enemy camp, but here he proved himself only a doctor. He did not compromise with his profession, and he gave all the best treatment to that enemy also, because that time he behaved as a doctor and he treated the soldier as his patient only. So on next turn, I'll try to explain some more paragraphs from the same chapter, because now we have lots of time, and we can go through each paragraph. Important questions you have to form yourself. Now it is very easy after the explanation of the paragraph that you can form four questions out of each paragraph, and these paragraph based question often comes in exam. So I hope you understood the explanation. On next turn, I'll explain some more paragraph from the chapter. Till then, have a nice day. Goodbye.